Now we are blessed to have the Stoltz lead us in this time of Stewardship Moment.
Good morning. My name is Linda Stoltz, and like Susie Webster, who you heard from a few weeks ago, I am a PK, a preacher's kid. I have wonderful memories of being a part of a large youth group in Indianapolis during my high school years. In fact, I remain close to some of those kids that were a part of the retreats and mission trips years ago when we committed our lives to Christ. My grandfather was also a minister, and for 32 years, he was the senior pastor of a very large active church in Bloomington, Illinois. He believed strongly in the power of prayer to change lives, and he also believed in the importance of children, that the importance they played in the vitality of a church. As such, he was instrumental in developing children's choirs in the church and also started a camp for the youth of his church back in 1939. And as some of you know, both Nancy Anderson and her brother Bill Mulligan were a part of that camping ministry for many years, probably not starting in 1939, but at some point. So it seems more than coincidental. In fact, I'm convinced it was a God incident that Nancy and I met here at this church in the early 80s. As my husband Mike will soon tell you, we may have joined this church because of a plate of cookies, but we stayed for the spiritual guidance and fellowship that we found here. And it's been one of the best decisions of our lives. We raised our daughters here, made lifelong friends, and have taken part in small groups, Bible studies, couples clubs, Wednesday night programming, and parenting classes. We are grateful for the church's music and spiritual leadership and commend its focus on missions. While by no means are we the biggest volunteers around here, I have weeded the church gardens, taught Sunday school, participated in women's circles, the bazaar and rummage sale, and helped start and lead our own church camp. More recently, I've watched children in the nursery so that young moms can take parenting classes and develop friendships. I want other families to share in the same experiences that we did. Mike and I know that sharing joys and sorrows with one another is one of the benefits of a Christian community. We're filled with gratitude and joy that this church has been a home for us for over 40 years. And just like the home we live in, we know that it takes financial resources to maintain it. While we donate to many other organizations, this church remains our largest focus. And for many years, we have donated to the work of this church electronically through a charitable gift fund, also known as a donor-advised fund, where we donate appreciated stocks into this fund, and each month, Fidelity, but it could be Schwab or any other company, sends a check from us to the church, and that fulfills our non-binding pledge here. It couldn't be easier on our part, and we know that even if we are out of town, which happens more and more frequently these days, the church is still able to count on us. Mike and I believe in the power of prayer. We see God at work in so many ways in this church. We hope you will join us in prayerfully considering making or increasing your pledge to this church, this home, this hope for future generations. Thank you.
Thanks, heavy. I'm so grateful for Linda. We will be married 43 years in June. She's my star. I follow her every day, and it's been a great pleasure for me. It's exhausting to spend the whole morning here doing this. You guys do it every day or every Sunday and do such a great job. But again, good morning, beautiful day. My name is Mike Stoltz, and I'm happy to be here today to share my thoughts about our lovely church. I'm grateful that I was born into a family of faith. I think of my mother and father every day. I grew up in Whitefish Bay and was raised Catholic and attended St. Monica's Church in school. When Linda and I were first married, we knew we wanted to find a church home where we could continue our faith journey together. We visited a number of churches in the North Shore area, and near the end of the process, we attended this church. There were two things that made our choice an easy one. First, We thought Dick Jones was an exceptional pastor and a role model. And as the years went by, that certainly proved to be true. And Gary, I haven't forgotten you. We're so happy to have you. We're so glad that you were sent to us. And I know you and Dick had a relationship many years ago, and we hope you're here as long as you want to be. We are lucky enough to be befriended by an older couple, Betty and Bob Strasburger, who had been members here for many years. After we had attended a few weeks, they stopped by our Fox Point home at the time with a plate of delicious chocolate chip cookies, and that clinched the deal. It was a wonderful experience for us to get to know Bob and Betty, and certainly a great memory. And we're so grateful that they reached out to us many years ago. As Linda mentioned, this church has been a big part of the 43 years of our marriage. In the busyness of life, this church has been a constant for us. We look forward to our Sunday mornings. We come to hear the gospel, to learn about God, and to participate in the community of faith. This church centers me. I need this church. I need it in my life. I know I'm not perfect, but I am a lot better off because I've learned to lean on the good Lord. The theme of this year's pledge is gratitude. Gratitude, the quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness, to feel thankful for the good things in your life. Linda and I are most grateful for this proud church. It offers us so much for all ages in learning about God and meeting our spiritual needs. Our church is a kind and welcoming place. Our church is an inclusive church. All creatures, large and small, are welcomed here. Our staff provides strong and thoughtful leadership. Our music is second to none. Our mission to support the needy has always been a top priority. While only God is perfect, the church offers many ministries which we are grateful for. But none of this can happen without your support. So let's together do our part in making the United Methodist Church of Whitefish Bay the special church that it has been and will continue to be. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mike and Linda. What a blessing. Now we come to the time where we dedicate both our offerings that we have brought today and also our commitments, our pledges for this coming year. And so you're invited to bring that forward. And the Joash box is symbolism of our offerings. It was used in Israel for receiving gifts for the needs of the temple and the community. May also symbolize our dedication. But remember, it's not just finances. It's also our gifts and our time, our talents, our abilities. May we dedicate that to God in this time that you're called to share your commitment. So there'll be an opportunity for you to come and bring both your offering and your cards. If there are those of you who find it difficult for moving, please let an usher know and we'll receive your pledge. And of course, we did hand out pledge cards early, but if you need more time to think about it, we would appreciate whatever you and God decide is important to your life in investing in the movement of this church. An exciting coming year that we have together. So here's some slides that reflect some of the things that have happened over the last year in the life of this church, its mission, and its passion. If we can have those slides. There we are. Oh, gosh. Anyway, may this now, as the music guides us, as we give prayerfully, as God leads us, you may come forward when you feel ready.